Hey everybody, I'm going to double check that we have sound and everything. I'm using StreamYard today to go live, so I want to make sure that everything's working real quick before we get started. See if it's popping up here. It looks like it is. Do we have sound? Today to go live, so awesome. Okay, well, welcome. So since I'm using StreamYard, I won't be able to see exactly who you are. So if you're going to leave me a comment, click on the link that says StreamYard, and it will allow StreamYard to access your profile picture and who you are. That way I'll know who you are. So click that real quick, and that way I'll know who is commenting. If you don't want to do that, maybe put your name with your comment. That way I know who you are and we can have a conversation. So welcome, comment hi, and where you're watching from. It's always fun to see where all my quilting friends are coming from all over the United States and even all over the world. So leave me a comment hi, and hopefully everything will work. This is the first time I've used StreamYard in a very long time. They've upgraded things and changed things a little bit. So we're going to work through all of these tech things together. How fun is that, right? So today we're going to talk about one of my favorite products, which I've talked about before, but today you have a chance to get one for yourself for free. So we're going to talk about all of that. But as you can see, I'm in a different studio today. I'm down in my long arming space, and I have my Farm Girl Vintage quilts behind us. If you haven't heard, this class is open for registration this month. Yay! We only open this class 2 times a year. So now is the time to jump into this class if you are ready to start your quilting journey. It is so much fun to do. We've had all sorts of kinds of people joining this class, from really experienced quilters all the way to brand new quilters who have never quilted a thing. So, and they're all doing amazing jobs at this. It's been so much fun. So the Farm Girl Vintage is a pattern written by Lori Holt, and here is her lovely book. It's the first Farm Girl Vintage. She actually has a second book out now as well. It's been out for a little while. And they are just so adorable, so much fun, so many blocks in here. There's over 50 lessons. And then in the back of the book, she has a ton of different ideas that you could lay out your quilts, your quilt blocks out in different ways. So if you wanted to just make this gingham block here in the middle, you could make a whole bunch of different colors and put those together. So many fun ideas. So I have created this fun class that goes with this. So it walks you through step by step every single block that's in this book, plus how to cut out your fabric, plus how to square your quilt up when you're done, and all these other fun bonuses that are in the class. So they're all pre-recorded, ready to go for you to be able to watch at your own pace, at your own time. So much fun. So I first learned about the Farm Girl Vintage from one of my students and now friend, Erin, and she brought this book to class a couple years ago, and she's like, have you heard of this lady before? And I was like, no, I actually haven't. And so I borrowed the book and I flipped through and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so adorable. It's so much fun. There's so many different blocks, from traditional blocks to more contemporary blocks and modern blocks. And they're just so much fun. And then the fabrics are so bright and cheery and happy. But I have seen this quilt made in so many different ways. There's so many different Farm Girl Vintage groups out there, and you can see all of the examples on there. You can go on Pinterest and look at all the examples. I've seen them in black and white. I've seen them in like a dark navy blue with golds and beige colors. Every single quilt is so unique and so beautiful with all of these different blocks. So it's so much fun to do. So once Erin got me hooked on this, I was like, yeah, we're going to have to do a class like this. But I wanted to be able to reach more people, because we were just doing classes here in my home, and I was able to fit about 5 or 6 students in my basement, but that wasn't enough. I wanted to be able to reach more of you. So I decided, let's do online classes and see how that goes. I kind of tinkered with doing some tutorials back a couple years ago online and had put those up on YouTube. And I'm like, I think I could figure this out. And I'm not a huge techie person, but God has helped me figure it out, and we're figuring it out together. So I made video tutorials on every single block in this book, plus all the extras, so that my students, because a lot of them I was hearing that wanted to sign up for the class said, well, I don't have time right now, or it's not in my budget right now, or I really like to do it, but I only have time at midnight when my kids are asleep and you don't have a midnight quilt class right now. Or I'd like to quilt first thing in the morning before I have to head off to work. But I can't take a class during those times. Nobody's open, right? So I decided to make these classes virtual and available to anybody at any time so that you can just work at your own pace, at your own time, in the comfort of your own home, but you'll have me to hold your hand and guide you through with these lessons. So it's been so much fun to be able to do this, and then playing with all of her fabrics. So I just have to show you, if you've been following me a while, you probably have seen these fabrics, but Prim is one of her newer fabric lines. It has 42 fat quarters in it. And then the one that I made this quilt out of was the Vintage Happy 2. And this one I believe has 32 fat quarters. I'd have to count it again. I think it's 32, but we include 10 extras in your kit if you're wanting a quilt kit. So we have an optional quilt kit that goes along with this class that you can purchase when you sign up for the class, and you'll get one of the bundles plus your background fabric, 5.5 yards of this beautiful white fabric. It's a super bright, almost like copy paper white fabric. And, excuse me, I hit the computer. So that's in the optional quilt kit. You get a couple extra bonuses in there, some fun goodies from me, and all the fabric you'll need to make this quilt top. Oh, and the border fabric. You'll get that as well. But when you sign up for the class, you automatically get this Seam So Easy flower. So this is my favorite product we're talking about today. This is mine. You can see it's been very well loved, a little beat up. When they first came out with this, you actually had to cut out the center yourself. And so it's a little wonky when I cut it out. But now they come pre-cut, and we have my favorite color, this teal. They call it a jade color. And it comes with these little stickies. So that's what's on this piece of paper. They have a little sticky goo to be able to stick it to your sewing machine. So you just line it up with your sewing machine's lines, if you have any lines on there, or I'll help guide you through how to set it up so that you get a perfect 1/4 inch seam. So if you don't have a 1/4 inch seam guide foot or something like that, this tool has been amazing for that. So once you have it lined up on your sewing machine, you just line up your pieces on that line and sew it down at a 1/4 inch. It's also been helpful for half square triangles and flying geese, because you can just rotate that block so that the corners match up with the center line and sew it right down. So if you can push the pedal of your sewing machine, and I can teach you all that stuff too. I can teach you how to thread the sewing machine. So if you're stinking brand new to quilting or even to sewing, I can help you with all of these kinds of things to get you going. It's so much fun and so addicting. But this tool has been very helpful, and you can win one for free today as well. So people who sign up for this class get one automatically, as well as the Farm Girl Vintage book. These are 2 things that are included in the class, but we're also going to give one of these away. So if you would share this live video with your friends, if we get up to 20 shares, I will make a drawing for all those who have shared it to win one of these fun Lori Holt seams, and you'll get the pretty jade colored one. So Diane, this does not come with instructions. And that was kind of confusing to me. Well, there are a little bit of instructions on the back on how to center it, stick it on. It's super easy to do, but I do have a tutorial on how to do that. There is a free one that I made when I had to cut out the center of this on YouTube. And I'm kind of embarrassed about that video because I've gotten a lot better at videoing and editing since then, but it's one of my most watched videos. So you can go watch that on YouTube. It's very, very easy to set up. So yes, so you get the Farm Girl Vintage book and the Seam So Easy guide with my class. You also get the 50+ video lessons. And we have a private Facebook community group that has been so much fun to see everybody posting their progress pictures of all the blocks they're making and congratulate everyone as they're getting wrapped up finishing their quilts. So there's tons of inspiration in that group. It's so cool to see. We'll be working on one block and all of a sudden everybody's popping up with all of their quilt blocks in different colors and arrangements. And it's so much fun. So much fun. So you get that free community and you also get help within that community. So if you get stuck on something or you have some questions, you can post your questions there, or you can directly access, you have direct access to me. So if you ever get stuck on something, you can just direct message me on Facebook or email, and I can help walk you through to get unstuck. So what a cool way to have a class. So we can have a huge community of people working on the same quilt together at your own pace, in your own home, at your own time, but you also get the help of the instructor and you get to commune with all the other quilters out there that are making this quilt. So it's been so much fun. I kind of wrote a list of all these things. I wanted to show you too kind of how other people were doing. So let me share my screen here. All right. I'm going to make it a little bigger. There we go. Okay, so if you go to journeybackquilts.com, you can click on classes here and it will take you to the Farm Girl Vintage Quilt class. And there's lots more information on this page, so make sure you check that out. You can watch the little video about it. And then it kind of tells you some of the things that you'll learn and what you get. And then here's some fun testimonials. So Teresa Conger, who is actually my mom, joined this class when I started it last February. So 2020, right before COVID hit. And it was just like perfect timing. God just knew that that was going to happen and we were going to need to have an online class set up and ready to go for all of our students. So it just worked out so perfectly. But she left her little testimonial there and she's been doing so great. So this picture behind her testimonial is actually her quilt block that she's been making. She's doing so great. And then my friend Judy, she joined as well during that time. And this is her quilt block behind here. And it's just so fun to hear all of these testimonials. And I'm just so happy that I've been able to help others find joy and relaxation through this quilting hobby of ours. And then Kendra, she just started in October and she's almost done with her quilt already. And she's a brand new quilter. I'm so proud of her. She's been doing great. She's just kind of dove into every class that I offer and whipped up those quilts just super quick and fast. And they're so beautiful. You would not be able to tell that she's a brand new quilter. She's doing amazing. And then Beth, she is a longtime quilter and she took this class. She even said that she wasn't really a farm girl type, but after doing this class, she's really learned to fall in love with these blocks and the fabric. So if you're not a farm girl type girl either, these blocks are very versatile. So we have lots of traditional blocks that you can turn into any quilt. You don't have to do the cutesy ones with the chicken and the little baby chick and the pumpkin in the barn and all those kinds of things, although those are really fun and really cute. So just know that this class is very versatile. You can use it however you want to do. We have different price points for your budget. So if you would like to make payments instead of the one-time payment, you still get the exact same things, except the one-time payment, you get a $45 discount. So you get the Farm Girl Vintage book. You get the Seam So Easy guide that I just showed you. You get 50 plus tutorials, videos on how to cut your fabric, how to square your fabric or your quilt, and how to bind it when you're done as well. The private Facebook community page, and 20% discount on long arming services for this quilt. So if you want me to help you finish the quilt, we would be happy to do that. And then you also get lifetime access to this class. So whether or not you have time to do it right now, you'll have access to it whenever you do have time. But we're only open for registration through April 30th. We do this purposefully so that we can focus on those students that are coming in during this time and help them get through everything. But if you're not able to start right now, you can start anytime. It's not a problem at all if you are not able to start until this summer because maybe you're a school teacher and you just don't have the time right now, but you will after school's out, and that would be perfect for you to do this summer. But this registration is only open through the end of this month, so make sure you sign up now. And you can see some more of these fun blocks that they've made on this page. Aren't they so cute? So much fun. And then there's some more information in here, so if you have any more questions, there's kind of that facts and information there. So, and then here's a fun picture of mine that is finished. Now, I made a queen size quilt with this pattern. You can make any pattern that you would like. This is so much fun. So if you want to make a twin size quilt, which is what my mom is doing with her blocks, she's going to make, I think, 3 twin size quilt blocks. I can't get my words straight. Quilts for the granddaughter's room in her house. And so we have a way to do all that. And so I'm just going to show you real quick how to access all of that. So once you've signed up, this is where you'll go to log in, and it will show all the courses that we have available here. So we have our membership and the workshop for this vintage quilt, among others. So if you sign up for this quilt shop, then we'll have that available for you there. And so everything is laid out just very clean and precise so you can find exactly where you were. And you just start at the beginning, click on this, and it will work you through every video. And once you've watched it, it'll show a little check mark so that you know where you left off. So you can see just some fun little things. I'll give you a little website tour, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. And then there's the Seam So Easy guide video. So it will show you how to put it on your machine, how to square up your fabric before cutting it. That's really important. So if you don't know that technique yet, you'll definitely want to learn that one. And then how to cut the fabric. So this book does not necessarily come with cutting instructions, which is somewhat odd, but it's made more for a advanced quilter who's going to use up a fabric stash or something. And so we made it really easy for everyone, from the beginner to the advanced quilter, to be able to cut out all of your fabric. If you want to cut all of it out at one time or a little bit as you go, you can do that. And we have video instructions for that. So, and then this is called breadcrumbs. So if you just go back one breadcrumb to the categories, it will show you back to where you went. So then we've got the fundamentals, which is all the easy blocks. So we start very beginner friendly blocks. So we just do how to nest your seams first. And so once you've completed watching this video, you'll mark it as complete and it will direct you to the next lesson. You can click that here. If there's any other information that you might need to know, then I will put that there and you can leave a comment for me. It's so much fun. So occasionally there will be a download right in this section here. And let me see if I can find where that is. So let's go to finishing up your quilt top. So this video shows you how to put the inner borders and the cornerstones together. And here's a download. So once you click that download, I'm not sure if it'll screen share, but it will show you a ton of different quilt layouts, how much fabric you'll need to make your cornerstones, your sashing, how many blocks you'll need for each size quilt, from a crib size all the way to king size and everything in between. So much fun, so easy to do. And we tried to make it very succinct and easy for you to follow. Okay, I'm going to look at my list here real quick and see what else I was going to mention. All right, so who is this quilt class for? Let me see if I can get rid of this here. Stop sharing. There we go. So this is a great quilt class for those who don't have time to go to a quilt class or who kind of have a hard time even getting into their sewing room or getting things just ready, you know. So because it's all pre-recorded and ready to go, you can quilt at any time, any day. Like I said, you have lifetime access to these classes. So you can just, once you register and you sign up, you have this class for as long as you need it. And you can use it over and over again for as many of the blocks as you need. If you need a refresher on how to make a certain type of block, then you can go back and watch those videos again and again and again. So much fun that way. This class is a great one for those who don't know how to quilt yet, like I said. It's also great for those who need help staying on task to finish a project. And so we will send you monthly emails just to check in with you, to encourage you, to help you keep going. And then those who finish their quilts, whatever size quilts you want to do, will get a bonus from me if they're finished within a year. So just an FYI on that, kind of help encourage you to keep going and not fall behind. This class is great for those who need a helping hand and just need some guidance on how to do the different quilting techniques. And soon you'll be flying through them and making all these quilt blocks so fast and easy. You'll be like, wow, this is so fun. And of course, it's for those who love Farm Girls stuff, because who doesn't love that? Well, there are a few that don't love that, like Beth, who said she wasn't sure she loved Farm Girl stuff, but after starting this class, she was definitely falling in love with the Farm Girl fabric and the blocks and all of the fun techniques. So I hope that you go check out that page. I think there's a link in the description box so that you can check it out and join me. And I have one more special announcement. So other than sharing this video so that you can get entered in the free Seems So Easy guide, those who sign up for my class this weekend before, what is it? April 18th. So April 18th is the last day you can register for this and get this bonus of a free month in our membership group. So this membership has all of these fun, more tutorials other than the Farm Girl. And it has how to do the math for quilting, how to do all the fun techniques, how to set up your sewing machine. It's got stages for every quilter out there from very beginning to advanced quilters. So you'll get a free month in that membership if you sign up for the Farm Girl Vintage class before April 18th. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions about this class or the Seems So Easy guide or anything that I talked about today, just leave me a message or a comment below, and I would love to chat with you more. So let me go through the comments here real quick. Hi, Sheila. Thank you for joining. And Diane, thanks for clicking on that StreamYard so I could see your name. That's great. So awesome. Well, I hope that you guys will join me this weekend in the Farm Girl Vintage class, and we'll see you inside. See you later.